Yo, what's up guys, this is Astranox and I'm back with another Tales of Erin gameplay video, and in this one I'm gonna be doing extreme mode, farming for Chloe Shards. This right here, like I've got this weapon already from here, and I've got working on the 500 shards to get this one. I'm at 370 now, and I got this one from Confrontation 2, an extreme mode, extreme challenge. So let me go in there. And I'm also farming Divinity experience at the same time. These are most like part of the materials that can drop there. You'll see there's way more than that. It is actually easy to farm this place. I am using wait, let me just check this 1 second. This is party number 4. So party number 4, Divinity Hunter. Okay, I'm powering this one. Like the other one is level 10 already. So Confrontation 2. This is the group I'm running. You'll see it's a non-issue really. Really, this boss is wind, is of the wind element, and fire counters it, so he deals less damage against us, and he takes more damage from us. Now, the only real ability I see from him is like a barrage of fireballs dropping from the sky and to one target in melee range. And he takes out it's either Garcia or Lian that gets taken out when he does it. And that's pretty much the end of it. You see Garcia's not even dead, but like if you have the healing divinity, you can just if you build it up in time with Nefeeru, you can, because when you see the barrage, you can give it like a second and then you pop the heal and you can squeeze in between all that damage and keep your melee, your tank or your DPS alive. But that's pretty much it. Like, because I have so much damage going his way, well, he can't do much. Like, even if he took both of my melee characters, there's still Mao in the back attacking him. Oh, that one's different. That was different. He attacked everyone. I don't know what happened there. Not quite sure what that was. But anyway, Nefeeru is topping up the group. I got my divinity ready. Garcia's down, but Lian's still there. So yeah, just farming Chloe shards. Look at the materials I get. 1 shard, but like I get XP. I get jade, I get 750 gold, you know, like another XP material, it's the healer's badge, myriad wood piece, mithril, leveling my divinity at the same time, so it's all good, you know, just win-win there, working on a bunch of stuff at the same time, getting the materials for Mao's spirit skill, the 3rd one, involving her soul costume. I need chaos vines and he drops them from time to time, so that's another plus. All the other materials, well, I'll eventually need them to work on the soul costume of other of my characters whenever those get released. Now this divinity is really good. Like she's not powered up yet, but it does a good amount of damage. But it deals a lot of damage when the boss is in weak state. And when I get that thing to level 15, it's gonna extend the duration of the weak state, and so basically it might be able to keep the boss in weak state. You see chaos vines. He will stay that way long enough for the whole divinity damage to go through, and when the boss is in weak state, he takes 2000% pure damage out of that divinity if he's in weak the whole time. But this boss is special. He just switched super quick in between berserk and weak. That's his like gimmick, I guess. If you don't do enough damage to him, he's gonna stay in berserk and then he's gonna go crazy with those fireball maybe. There it is. 2 action points used to pop that thing. 13,000 damage from that divinity per hit. And that's not even when he's in weak state. So when that thing reaches level 15, there's going to be some serious damage going the boss's way. Whichever boss I'm fighting. Blue Eyes Jade, more Chaos Vine, perfect, Chloe Shard, XP. So good. So good. I wonder if the divinity does more damage the higher their level after 15. The reason I'm using this divinity is because I believe that the damage boost, when it says you do 30% more damage when the boss is in weak state, right? But the one I was using before just increased attack for the group, and I believe it's just additive. It's not even multiplicative. So that weak damage boost seems to be, it might be a multiplier, a different multiplier, which means tons more damage on top of how much the divinity hits for already. And the fact that I'm running, like most people have the first one, right? The one that you have a chance to reduce the target's defenses when you use your skill. Well, it's like people cover that one, right? They cover the debuff, and I run Lotus Moon when I go full damage on a wind target. So Lotus Moon provides 30% defense down. Other party members will do that 15, 16 or 17% defense down, and most already have characters that do like 15% defense down. So this thing's covered. This one has a chance to reduce the attack of the boss by 15%. So that's a plus right there. Like there's only a few people that run that thing. So this will make boss battle easier. This thing always crashes. It's odd. So yeah, I think it's a solid divinity. This seems to be a mid-game divinity compared to well, the healing one is you're gonna use it all the time depending on what you're fighting, and like really it's amazing. But I mean, with proper healing in the group, you might end up running double healer, Trelia, and Nefeeru. Oh, look at this, double rare mats. Don't need those things, but someone else gonna need them for their spirit skill. So yeah, that divinity reduced the attack and does a ton of damage, and at level 15 it extends the boss's weak state by 10 seconds. It also adds 10% max HP of the boss you can deal 10% of his max HP inside that weak state as well. So as soon as you pop Divinity, you want to time it when the boss goes in weak state. It's gonna prolong it, and the Divinity is gonna do insane damage. Gonna do 2000% pure damage. Pure damage, I believe, just straight up bypasses defenses, something like that, something of the sort. So yeah, it should be quite interesting to test that thing out. Like, look at that barrage go, and that's not even its full power yet, because this boss keeps going from weak and berserk. If that all drops into weak state, wow, it's gonna do some serious damage. I can't wait to see how much it's gonna deal. Actually, almost got 5 for that that bonus. It's cool. I'm farming Chloe Shards at the same time. Like, it's perfect. This is an example for like an optimal use of your stamina. You are doing multiple things at the same time. Like, I'm even farming gold doing this. I mean, it's not that much, 750, because the higher you are in the chapters, the more gold you do receive. So this is extreme chapter 1, it's 750, but if it was chapter 2 or 3 or 4, you would get more gold. So you might be able to actually farm a decent amount of gold from, let's say, chapter 4 extreme. This has to be tested, but I'm curious actually how much you do get. That's perfect, because I mean, I know it was something like 900 gold in chapter 2 or 3 in extreme. So that's 150 more. It is not that much, but I mean, it might get to a point whenever they release more chapters that we're gonna be converting stamina into gold, and in the process we will be getting a ton of stuff, materials, bunch of different currencies, XP materials, costumes. We're slowly getting XP on each character as well if they're not level 100 while doing this. Getting Divinity XP, so yeah, it's great. Because the first Divinity, you pop it, it deals a decent amount of damage. Most of the time you pop this thing on the boss whenever he's about to die anyways. And yeah, I mean, this is really a boss killing Divinity, really, because if you're just fighting normal monsters, well, they're not gonna be in weak state unless you, well, I don't know, can they be in weak state if you apply the weak debuff on them? I don't think so. I don't think so. I could be wrong. So yeah, this is a boss slaying Divinity, I believe. And with the Guild Wars coming up, I believe this this addition to the team, this Divinity, since we're gonna be fighting as a guild inside those, it could be something of the sort of like massive battles. We're gonna be able to join like 10 people in the same game, or 20, I don't know, and then we'll fight a boss. And if I'm the only one with this Divinity, well, I'm gonna help the team with that attack down. Well, they probably provide attack down already from one of their character, but extending the weak state of the boss, it is extremely powerful, so it will definitely help. And I will do more damage, I believe, because that damage increased in weak state might be a different multiplier. Well, hopefully. Well, if not, well, I've tested it, and it would still be on par with the first kill whenever the boss is in weak state. But it is to be tested, that 10 extra second in weak state, and 10% of the boss max HP is added into that weak state. So let's say you can only do 10% of the boss's health in weak, and then like the bar is gone. Maybe this boss is actually like 5% because he's different. Like, you pop the divinity right in there, and you can do 10% of his max HP more in damage. I saw 17 and 13. That 17 must have been when he was in weak. Look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful. Just chain farming this. It's a non-issue. But let's say you don't have too much team attack buffs on across your whole team, like costumes. You should stick with the first divinity. Of course, you should build the healing one, always useful. And that HP boost across your whole team is extremely useful on stages where bosses, on like any boss stage really, where the boss has an ability that deals too much damage to your team, takes one target out or almost takes one out, and the next ability follows soon enough and just wipes out your team or just your healer, like a squishy target. You need to stabilize your team with more health, and the healing divinity is always helpful in that scenario. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'm Astranox. Like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.